consultations are so key because when it comes to working with a thinning hair population and when it comes to really beginning to increase your numbers, grow your business, you need opportunities where you can just bring the best of yourself and the best of your education and really give people facts, not fiction. And it all really helps people on the long-term journey. So consultations are some things that some hairdressers are unbelievable rock stars at. They're able to give information very quickly. They're very able to hatch a plan. They have a muscle that they can just like get a plan going immediately, and they're able to be very transparent in a 5 to 10 minute time period. When you have a client with thinning hair, and that comes up in the consultation, let's say you only have that client down for a haircut. This could take a tangent. This could take you off topic and keep you in that consultation mode for a long time. So my recommendation to you is that if this comes up in the consultation, just say, hey, listen, let's go ahead and get our plan for your haircut today, and then when I have you back in the chair, I'm going to tell you everything I know. Now, what I had to do, because that was going on so much, is I had to create a whole new service around that consultation. I do an assessment for 1 hour. It's a whole different service. I take people outside of the salon, and in this module, I'm going to show you the steps that I follow when I'm working with clients in my long assessment. A lot of other salons do it differently. Some people do free consultations when they just want to talk about hair loss. Some people do like a mini quasi trichology little thing. We've also done events which are really, really helpful too. And other modules will talk a little bit about all of the income strategies and revenue generators and ways that you can monetize this without being swarmy and still within your core values. So consultations are so important. So when this comes up, I believe that there are a couple different types of consultations that you're going to see in the chair. When somebody just maybe they're the one that brings up hair loss. You're not the one that brings it up. So the normal first one is it's a normal part of aging. So let's say your client starts presenting symptoms that are laid out, and the symptoms are my hair is flat or I need volume. So that's a great opportunity for you to talk about the normal part of aging, that this is what happens to the hair as we age. This is the problem that you're presenting, and here is a solution. Then you can let the client know where the areas in their hair that you're seeing a lack of integrity. You can show them with a mirror. You can say, look around the front part or here. This is what I'm noticing, and this is what I can do to help you with that. And of course, normalize what they're going through and then hatch a plan. And then your plan in that consultation really would be retail solutions, topical solutions, which is really going to be where you're going to be really heavy-handed, is what you can offer, easy offerings in your salon. The second type of consultation is the help, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out, my hair's falling down the drain, I'm losing my hair. So what you want to be able to do in that situation is sort of diffuse their anxiety and just say, okay, well, what's been going on in your life? Tell me a little bit about what's going on in your life. And do a little investigation about what happened maybe 6 weeks ago, 3 months ago, and look to that. If there is nothing specific that you're able to help them find what could have triggered it, then of course your go-to always has to be, well, have you seen a doctor? And if they say yes, that's a great opportunity for you to talk about what the doctor talked to them about, and then talk about what you can do, because really it's a combination of you and a doctor that are going to give your clients the best results. So if they're freaking out, whether it's from stress, medication, hormones, anything that's going on, and they are losing a ton of hair, typically that client is afraid to wash their hair. Anytime you have a client that's shedding out majorly, somehow they're associating hopping in the shower and washing their hair with the dreaded shedding. And sometimes clients will bring in an actual clump of their hair to prove to you that they're shedding that much. Or they'll bring in their brush to show you, or they'll take a picture of all of their hairs that are in the shower to prove to you so you don't think they're crazy. Now, I always ask a client whenever they bring in a picture or a clump of their hair, I said, okay, how often do you wash your hair? And if they say, well, maybe every 3 or 4 days, I let them know that, here's a fact, that, we shed 50 to 100 hairs a day. And if you're not providing a way for those trapped shed hairs to get out of the hair, then that one time that you wash your hair, you're going to see all of those shed hairs come out. So if you wash your hair only every 4 days, then on that 4th day, that's a lot of pullout. That's a lot of shedding that you're going to see in the shower. So sometimes just advising them on a plan to just wash their hair more often during the consultation is the best thing that they can do. Because a lot of people just have a lot of fear about washing their hair because that's where the shedding occurs. So with that client, you want to let them know when they're freaking out that it's a multi-dimensional approach. That if, let's say, you have vitamins to sell in your salon, this would be a great client to sell those vitamins to as well. You could say, we need to look at things a little bit more holistically. See what might be triggering this. I can help you with XYZ. I can help you with, with your dead hair. I can help you with your scalp. I can help you with some, vitamins that we have here for sale. I can help you with all those things. I can help you keep the hair you have on your head. And that's when having your referrals comes in really handy. And you can say, well, I'm going to recommend this dermatologist to you, or I'm going to recommend this doctor, or I have a holistic nutritionist or somebody. And it's really great to have those referrals, especially when there's a little bit of anxiety or anything going on with that client. And then you have the other type of consultation, which is pretty much like, this is genetic, that person already knows enough about hair loss to know that what they're experiencing might be genetic. Now, that situation, I always confirm with them that they've seen a doctor. Whenever anybody mentions hair loss to me or brings it up, of course, my go-to is, have you seen a doctor? Because they always have to get a proper diagnosis, period. Getting a proper diagnosis will help really rule out anything. So in that case of that client that is pretty sure it's genetic and has seen a dermatologist, whether they might have had a biopsy on their scalp or the doctor just confirmed that yes, it is just aging hair loss, genetic hair loss, that client is perfect to really just create a long-term plan around stabilizing the hair. So consultations are so important, and tools that you can use during a consultation if you're really interested in being a specialist, or you want to increase the conversation or to give your clients an opportunity to tell you more information, is you can have your front desk people or yourself, whatever the experience they can have in the salon, fill out some paperwork. You can make your own assessment. You can make your own level of paperwork. You can ask 5 questions. When is the last time you noticed a normal head of hair? What products are you currently using? How do you feel about your hair? What would you like your hair to look like in 5 years? I mean, you could honestly make something up like that, collect that information, and then use that information to say, I'm going to help you come up with a plan. I'm going to help you come up with a long-term plan. So consultations are super, super important.